And this is why I always start with the natural state of the free market is deflation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what you just did there by nodding? Your subconscious realized something's true, right? And in the world that was the free market, we have to compete with each other to provide value, and the competition produces the value that we use, and we only choose the things that give us more value. So if it were a free market, you wouldn't have zero inflation, you would have deflation, staggering deflation. And as more productivity, more AI, more robotics, more everything else, you'd have faster and faster deflation. You'd have an exponential abundance of the world. Now, that is true, and it's true because we've never seen that example. It means all of our frame of reference from everything else comes from this other zero-sum game that must extract what I just said. It must consolidate. It must centralize. It must make government bigger. It must blame somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And where does the energy from that blame come from? It comes from us participating in that system, trying to make higher returns within that system, from a system that must steal faster and faster and faster because it must stop the free market. And then we want to blame somebody else. We want to look to the rich. We want to look to WEF. We want to look to Davos. We want to look to those people to tell us what to do when we give them all our energy, right? And two systems are incompatible. The free market is incompatible, completely incompatible. I'm not saying you can try to disprove what I just said, but it's incompatible with a system that lends money into existence. Why? Because the money that is lent into existence requires interest forever, and it can't let prices fall. So now that brings up a whole bunch of other things. It starts a challenge in our mind, or the cognitive dissonance in our mind, because we're inside this other system, and it can't be us, right? But where is the calculator app in GDP? Where is a bunch of these free AIs in GDP? Where is that going? Because in that world, prices fall to the marginal cost of production. So how could prices be going up? Because the same rate as this should be happening, this system has to consolidate. And we turn to this system because we're paying everything inside that system. And we turn to it to try to solve the problem. A system that's lending money into existence and has to exponentially lend more money into existence, fraud, corruption, everything else, is that system, and we're in it, trying to outpace the returns in it. Okay, so now it's a big thought, right? Mm-hmm. That we're all participants in this. And you could say this, if Bitcoin was decentralized, secure protocol bounded by energy, and if it stayed decentralized and secure, you could do your own work. Will it stay decentralized and secure? But what would it be pricing? And it would be pricing the first free market that ever existed. And relative to it, over a long enough time frame, all prices would fall forever. It wouldn't care about this make-believe system or your beliefs of it. It would just, every 10 minutes, you'd have a new block bounded by energy. And this system would be, and we would want to measure this new thing because we'd never seen it from our previous frame of reference. And so we would be subject to all the bullshit and all the people telling us things over here from this new thing. We would be subject to, this new thing can't be true. We can't allow deflation because we've never allowed deflation. It would be, this new thing must be bad for the environment. It'd be, this new thing. This new thing is, the risk is quantum computers. And every time we bought into that risk, what we'd really be saying is this: I have no agency. Those smart people from the bullshit system know more than I do. But if you're actually living in the protocol, you know it's all nonsense. Every 10 minutes for 17 years, you have a new block that's imposing reality. that's imposing the free market, not might be imposing, imposing.